ladies and gentlemen, so I mentioned this for a while. With Bayonetta 3 on the way, obviously had our eyes on it. I think, what is it now? A couple weeks ago? 3 weeks ago now? How is it? Yeah, roughly like
Yeah.
3 weeks ago. They released, I think, the last gameplay overview for Bayonetta 3 because the game drops, what, next month?
No, it drops this month in like 2.5 weeks.
Oh, I was going to say, if you're going to say 2.5 days, I'm a little late here.
Yes, you were behind the curve.
Just a little curving a little early there.
I believe it's October 28th.
All right.
So it should be. Actually, no, that's 4 weeks.
So I'm gonna actually increase the size of my face real quickly, just so that way it's like I don't get too fucking copyrighted. So we're just gonna be going through it, mainly gonna be well, you guys will be seeing the audio and some of the gameplay.
Doing our transformative commentary.
Yes, before Nintendo fucking comes out and fucking murders me. At any rate, obviously that's a joke. Nintendo, please.
Hey, keep it in your pants.
What the fuck? I don't think you have the right to say that when this is a Bayonetta game, Mangler. Nintendo clearly knows what audience they're after.
All right. Keep it PG-13.
They're not even keeping it. Well, actually, no, they do. Actually, they do have a fucking new censorship mode, but whatever. All right, so let's go into this. Bayonetta's, gameplay for the first part's pretty straightforward. Still do not like her new redesign. Gotta say, not the biggest fan of it. I was running a little bit.
Now we're covering the basics.
Bayonetta's quest will take her to all sorts of places.
I like the new transformation, traveling.
And while exploring locales such as this one,
It looks like
mysterious creatures will attack without.
It sort of looks like when she's traveling in her masquerade mode, it looks like a quick mobile option, but I think we see a little bit more of it in the later gameplay.
Yes, and I don't know if this was confirmed a while back, but I guess if there was any doubt, it seems like this is going to be a human faction for sure this time around, because homunculi are alchemy-based creatures. They're like artificially made life forms.
I really like their designs, to be honest.
It's unique.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'll say it's unique, especially in Bayonetta. Getting away from the black and red and gold and yellow. Yellow.
I kind of want to know what that green trail that's coming off of their backs are.
Looks like a whip.
Without warning.
Looks kind of ghosty.
Time for Bayonetta to do what she does best.
Or, it might be like a soul ribbon. I'm gonna call it now. It's like a soul ribbon.
And fire Bayonetta's guns.
Oh, okay, right there. That's something different. Her charge shots now have better ricochet. See, before it might just be the area, but before they did not ricochet off of surfaces like that. Actual guns having actual combos. Because guns are great in Bayo. The problem is that they're very technical. Ooh, is that a laser?
No, it's just the. Oh wait, actually, it looks like there's a charge shot ending to it. Yeah, that's not a charge shot.
I was gonna say you'll notice that they're ricocheting off of the walls before.
Wait, that's not a charge shot. So you just keep. It's like Gunslinger, I think, in DMC5, where you just keep using your guns and they automatically charge up if you're doing something.
Well, so with Bayonetta, there wasn't really a lot of trade-offs with your guns. You got charge shots in Bayo 2 that if you held them for a while firing, you would shoot them. But the problem was that Bayo could not fight you with melee weapons and hold her gun input and charge them up passively like you can in DMC. She would have to hold the gun button and fire them, and then fire a charge shot that would come out afterwards, and it would only do basic damage. Wasn't really a good trade-off, but that definitely seems to be a vast improvement.
Different button
I'm excited for
combinations.
that.
Or by pressing them repeatedly.
Oh, it's like an
Even
uppercut.
new players can perform hair-raising combos.
Yes.
Wait, they gave her a spiral kick uppercut? Nice.
Even new players can perform hair-raising combos with ease.
Yeah, it seems the transformations now give you a lot more options. So that means serious mode or what was it called? It was serious mode, upper and climax.
It was called Serious Mode, then they changed it to Umbran Climax.
It looks like that's... Yeah, it looks like that's being changed for I'll call it now. I'll say Masquerade Dance, if it hasn't been already confirmed.
Of course, there's more to
So you'll notice when she's doing basically the Umbran Climax, when she's spinning around with her arms, none of them are hitting them anywhere. They're just keeping them in place so that you can continue to combo them.
Really?
You can probably break out of that. That looks like it's not too committed.
Okay, hang on, let me see this. Yeah, okay, I see how they're stuck there. Well, they die afterwards, so maybe they are taking damage?
No, they're taking damage. I'm saying you
Oh,
might
you
be
think
able,
you can
you
just
might be able to
cancel out those?
cancel out of that, yeah.
That'd be kind of
Because it doesn't look too committed.
Dodge
Alright, we got your
attacks
standard
at just the right
uppercuts.
moment to activate witch time.
Oh,
Slowing
I
down
actually
time
really
for a
like that
brief
that
moment.
visual design
For which time?
for yeah, Witch
There's more
Time.
to Bayonetta
I think they definitely should have given it more
And just
more
attacking.
of a
Dodge incoming attacks at just
pizzazz,
the
you
right
know.
Yeah.
moment.
And once again, it's a slow time, not a speed up, so the debate is back up.
To activate witch
No,
time.
it's not.
Slowing down time for a brief moment. Seize this opportunity to dish out some serious damage.
The combos have gotten a lot more robust, which I think was Bayonetta's strong suit, definitely.
Well, Bayonetta 2 was focused on improving her aerial game, and it made it consistent. I think now she just needs like proper ground to air transitions, and then like strong gunplay. Like that's the main thing she needs, is that she needs her guns to do combos. Because before you just get her guns and you just be like, oh, this is a gun that like bazillions that does like massive amounts of damage and stagger. It's like, okay, but do we have like a gun that can combo? It's like, no. We need a gun that can combo.
Yeah, no, there's definitely been some quite some updates since the last time she's been around.
Of which
Might even make it worth the 5-year wait, I think.
Don't you mean
Time
the
last-
8-year wait?
When was Bayonetta 3 actually announced? Well, no. So I'm not going to count the wait from Bayonetta 2 to 3 because it was announced way before they could even show fucking anything.
It was announced in 2017, so it's a 5-year wait.
What? Okay, yeah, so I was right.
longer if you dodge at the last possible
We've been
moment.
waiting for it
So
since
study
after that.
Listen. You guys waited 5 years, we waited 10 years for DMC5.
your enemy's movements
Well, it's not a
carefully
competition.
and
Yes, it
time
is.
those dodges perfectly.
And we're losing.
Combine powerful attacks. And
So I appreciate that the enemies all have a health bar now.
Oh yeah, I actually didn't notice that.
Yes,
somehow.
that might be a setting feature, but it seems like they all have health bars
Witch
nowadays.
time ability to eliminate
I
threats
will
in
say
style.
the combo points meter is better designed now,
Seems like
visually, because I'll be honest, I don't think they're ever going to give it the kinds of detail that a lot of other like action games do for their style things. So some of them just do numbers, like Darksiders and God of War just do numbers. DMC just does like a style meter. Bayo's is obviously going to be the more like complicated one looking visually. So I'm glad they gave it like a black and white color palette, because it makes it stick out well against the rest of the backdrop. So you'll notice right over there, since the world's constantly being turned like a violet purple, blue,
Yes.
having it be like white and gray like that makes it much easier to tell like what you're seeing. Whereas before, I think it was really difficult to tell like your score meter in comparison visually, because it was always like purple on purple. It's like,
Yeah, for those of you who can't see it because my face on the screen, yes, the combo points calculator is now it's more of a monotone color, so it kind of sticks out from the rest of the background.
Yeah, visuals are really important in an action game, especially in Bayo, because a lot of the Bayo 1 especially kind of lended itself to having a really, really bright color palette, and I didn't think it had a lot of like proper balances for, more like darker, mundane
Are you
colors.
getting this game day one or no?
I am. I don't have the ability to stream it though, because the Nintendo Switch doesn't have streaming software.
Do you have a capture card? No, that's fine.
Threats in
I could probably find a way to record my footage and then just like upload it after the fact, and then we can.
Well, you don't have a capture card, huh?
I have a capture card, but like.
Well, because
my
the Nintendo
internet
Switch docks to a TV, right?
It can, but you have to do some really convoluted setup.
Don't you? Oh, do you have a Switch? Do you have a Switch Go or whatever, like a Switch Lite, or do you have like an actual Switch?
I have a Switch, like an actual Switch.
All right.
It's literally just not that powerful.
Seems like you're ready for the leash.
I'm sorry, I don't get the appeal of this character too often. I'm sorry. Alright, so this enemy looks pretty cool, but it looks like this is the final boss. Or this looks like a mini boss of verse 2.
Even witches need a little extra help when taking on larger-than-life monsters.
Oh, but witches need help? The fucking, nerf, please?
Time to summon an infernal demon.
Like how they have her getting slapped around. It's
Take
like,
control
dude,
of
you
these
could have just been
demonic
like, she needs more
darlings
damage.
To wallop enemies with mighty moves.
Gamora's back.
Bayonetta is exposed to attacks while summoning, so be sure
Those
to
be
keep an
big
eye on her as
hitboxes.
well.
Maybe big hitboxes. So, it's a little weird not seeing her go fully naked, but if they're going to have her around the screen consistently, I think it was a good compromise.
You also want to keep an eye on this gauge too.
I do think they gave her some kind of
Bayonetta's
sniper
magic.
shot there for her
Knowing when to
pistol.
switch between commanding
'Cause she's
infernal
definitely,
demons and controlling Bayonetta is a wicked way.
Whoa.
Oh, actually,
What's
yeah.
happening?
Okay, yeah. So you should probably pay attention to this a little bit because you actually when this demon's out, you can't play as Bayonetta technically because you can control the demon.
Bayonetta is exposed to attacks while summoning, so be sure to keep an eye on her
Yeah,
as well.
I was kind of afraid of how they were going to design that. I wanted them to be able to combo the demons. I will be able to get that with Demon Masquerade, but I figured they weren't going to let the summons. They were just going to turn them into glorified AoE attacks, which is fine. I just would like at least one of them to summon, like, combo.
To keep an eye on this gauge too, as summoning
Well-
demons consumes Bayonetta's magic. Knowing when to switch between commanding infernal demons and controlling Bayonetta is a wicked way to keep your foes.
I mean, she does
on
have
their
an easy way to
toes.
recharge it back. It looks like you can
Infernal
like.
demon-
It looks like if you're going to use this for combo potential, you're going to have to use it for like 1 or 2 attacks and then immediately go back to Bayonetta unless this is your finisher.
Demons can even
I'm saying you
interfere-
won't be able to go out of that into normal combos. You'll always have to use that as a finisher.
Well, I don't know. So this is the transition to go out of
As
it.
summoning demons
Hang on.
consumes Bayonetta's magic. Knowing when to switch between commanding infernal demons and controlling
And now you're back to
Bayonetta
normal. So like in a couple seconds. Maybe depending on the attack, you might be able to come back into the combo.
is a
spacing is
wicked
gonna
way
be
to
weird,
keep
though.
your foes
Yeah.
on their toes.
And these are big demons too, so it's like I don't think you can actually like. Well, if you can control how they move, you might be able to knock them into you in mid-air transition. Because I remember that the fucking spider had like a fucking pendulum swing attack.
Infernal demons
Oh,
can
there's
even
some other
intervene
things
to
that
bolster
they'll
combos.
show that'll
Have your infernal
probably-
demons stun an enemy, then follow up with one of Bayonetta's exhilarating torture attacks. Ouch.
Oh, well. I think that's
Use
like
them.
a lead up. Like, that's not, like, she doesn't deactivate the mode.
Yeah,
And
she
then
doesn't. She
stun
does
an
not
enemy,
deactivate
then
it. But you might be able to deactivate it mid-combo.
follow up with one of Bayonetta's exhilarating torture attacks. Ouch.
I'd be the greedy guy that says I can
Use
deactivate
the
it prior to
Wing Slave
doing
skill
torture.
to add a fiendish finisher at the end of a combo.
I think you can. It might. Oh, okay. So hang on. It looks like.
Okay, yeah. So you can seamlessly
At the end of a
transition
combo.
out of base Bayo into summons like that. Okay. So they'll be kind of like Nightmare if Nightmare was
Use the
like
Wing Slave skill to
instantaneous
add a fiendish finisher
and
at
covered the
end of a
entire
combo.
screen. Like look at that. She comes right out of the ground and is like, bam.
Okay, that's pretty solid, but so then you have 2 options with your with your demons. Then you can either A, control them for longer periods of time and comboing, or you can call them in for a quick combo support. You might be able to get some bounce back play off this if they actually have practice mode in play.
Depends on if I have a large enough
Or
wall.
conjure up an otherworldly ally to counter an
Oh.
incoming attack with the Assault Slave skill.
Okay, so it looks like they've given her a parry on her fucking summon.
Try attack with the Assault Slave skill.
Okay, now so then you have 3 options. It looks like you can end a combo with them for an instant summon. You can do a quick attack with them just to summon them out of nowhere to give yourself some breathing room, or you can just fully take control of them.
Try triggering Witch Time as Bayonetta. Then switch to your Infernal Demon to land some heavy blows.
Oh, they
Combining
even got
Bayonetta's
by
abilities
applying
with the might of Infernal Demons is truly a match made in heaven. The demonic delights don't end there. By channeling the power of demons bound to her weapons, Bayonetta can transform her appearance and access show-stopping new abilities.
It doesn't seem to be
For
tied to the
example,
meter
adding
used
an
for the
extra
summons.
oomph at the end of your
It's not.
combos, or unleash powerful special attacks like this.
That was a good idea, Platinum Games.
Each of Bayonetta's
Show me
weapons
more.
inhabit different infernal demon powers. Switching weapons in the heat of battle will not only increase
Oh ho ho!
Bayonetta's moveset,
Whoa!
but also
Hang on
allow
a
more
minute.
demons
I get
join
to
and
become
inhabit
the
different
spider?
infernal demon powers.
Yes.
Switching weapons in the heat
I mean,
of
I knew
battle
there was
will
like a
not only
fast
increase
mobility option with the
Bayonetta's
spider that you'll
moveset,
see later.
but also allow
I also
more
like those
demons to
yo-yos.
join the fray.
Whoa, what the hell is that? Looks like a giant, huge hammer.
It's a sniper.
That also doubles as a gun.
Oh, there's the demon form.
That doubles as a... Okay, here it is. Alright, here it
The
is.
abilities of infernal demons can also be used while exploring to find new locations and battles
Honestly,
off the beaten path.
That looks really sick.
Yeah, if a lot of the areas are like that, I think Bayonetta's gonna take it on the platforming department for sure.
Finally, a hack and slash game that actually has mobility options for platforming.
I mean, they all want to be fucking platformers to some extent. Don't know why the fuck this would be the first one that got it right, but you know, as long as someone
Well,
did.
maybe they just spent so much time observing what everybody did wrong.
No matter what the odds, use Bayonetta's stylish moves and the power of the infernal demons to come out on top.
I will say that will definitely help with like giving replayability to like backtracking areas.
Oh yeah.
When clearing a chapter, you'll receive a result based on your performance.
They haven't changed this icon for the most part. It's the same fucking statue in every game.
And aim for the highest score possible.
Well, visuals look nice.
All right, so then we have Viola, or as I like to call it, Raiden.
Want some too? Fine. It's bacon time!
The mysterious witch in training, Viola, holds the key to this story.
Okay, can I just say, what is it with, like, DMC came out with V, mysterious new character and shenanigans. Like, okay, why don't we just add new character? Why do they gotta be mysterious? Why not just like a random person, you know? What?
Because you don't know who they are. That's what makes them mysterious.
Okay, I think I told you this. I was fucking infuriated that DMC5 never showed V's face. I think until, what was it, like a month before the game came out?
Oh yeah, because all you saw from him was the back
Yeah,
cover.
you always see it back. I'm like, show me his face, damn it!
Wielding a sword and magical darts, Viola's approach to combat is slightly different to the titular witch. For example, Viola can activate
So like
witch
Lucia's
time
darts,
by
basically.
blocking incoming attacks.
Yeah.
I definitely like the way that they're having her activate Witch Time here. It's kind of similar to the bracelets that's activated, like the bracelet parries in 1 and 2 with the Muna Mayakaya.
Yes. Wait, the Muna Mahikaya doesn't fucking set up which time, does it?
It can if you... So there are 2 parry windows. There's the standard one, which doesn't give you Witch Time. It'll just give you energy for a parry. And then if you perfectly time it, especially with a given weapon, it will do a parry, it will block it, and it will do a riposte, which will activate Witch Time. So if you have Shiraba, you'll do like a quick draw and activate Witch Time.
For example,
I think they just gave her that.
Viola can activate witch time by blocking incoming
It looks like you don't have to activate Witch Time separately. It looks like just blocking an attack will automatically give you Witch Time.
No. So that's what I meant. Like they just took the concept of it and made it a gameplay mechanic, but treated it a little bit differently.
It also looks like this character will not have new weapons.
She can also summon a powerful
Hey, if you
ally
can give
in
me
the
one
form of
sword,
the
but with
infernal
like
demon
5
bound to
different
her
powers,
sword,
I don't care.
Cheshire. While Cheshire is summoned, Viola fights barehanded and without the aid of Witch Time, while her capricious kitty goes to town.
Oh,
So this
so
is
you get the combo wall Cheshire's beating people's asses in the ground?
yes, this is the V1.
Enemy it can get its paws on.
Well, my kind of question is, why does she lose Witch Time though from fucking from not having the sword? Is that gonna be like a lore standpoint thing, or is that just a gameplay standpoint thing? Because it doesn't make sense gameplay wise for her to lose Witch Time without the sword.
Well, technically, it doesn't make sense for Witch Time to be activated when Bayo's dodging. So I'm sure they're gonna like probably explain that.
Switch
If
between
not,
Viola
then it'll just be a gameplay limitation.
swordplay
Then.
and Cheshire supported strikes to bring the fight to any situation.
Okay. She has a rocket that she randomly summons.
Yes.
Is that it?
Oh, I think this is the automatic mode. Ooh.
Oh, there's a training
Okay.
mode.
They had a training mode in 2. I'm just hoping it's
They
like.
did.
Well, so they did, but so all that would happen is that
First I've
they
heard
would
about
just
it.
they would just drop you in a room and like I think technically 1 had a training mode. They would just drop you in the loading screens between levels. Like so that you remember the red loading screen in
Yes,
Bayo 1,
yes,
right?
yes. I would not call that a
So,
fucking train. I mean, yes, it is
so
a
they
training
just
room, but like, I don't.
they just painted it blue with like the standard summon
I
and
mean,
did the same thing.
that's literally just Bayonetta 2, Bayonetta 1. They just painted it blue.
I don't want to go into Bayonetta 3 and then drop into the training room and it's painted purple and it just sends you the basic enemy. It's the exact same thing.
I would
I'm gonna
love
be really
that.
pissed off.
I would
I'm gonna
love
be
that.
really pissed off if that happens.
And the loading screens are the exact same training room because the fucking Switch has no fucking power whatsoever.
You can change the
They
difficulty
need to be able to
settings at
spawn
any
enemy. Stuff like that.
time to suit you. In addition to the 3 difficulty modes shown here, there's also a special accessory for those in need of a helping hand to stay on top of the action.
Yes. There is a there is a similar accessory I think in Bayo 2 that was added that does something similar.
Yeah,
to this.
there's a baby's first hack and slash. Listen, so I'm sure there are some people who got upset about this being included. You know, there is. I don't mind it being included because it's completely optional, but man.
It's just catering. Like I understand. Like DMC5 did catering too when it came out.
Yeah, but DMC's had like automatic mode since like fucking what 3?
Well, yeah, but Bayo does too. It's just the way they did it this way is that they specifically marketed it as an item instead of
how much you want to bet you're gonna get a bunch of combo mats and you're gonna be like, these people aren't even playing the game right, they're just clicking the square button.
Maybe. Well, so the reason I mention this is that this is a bit different for Bayo because Bayo has already had an automatic mode on its easiest difficulty in Bayonetta 1, and I'm trying to remember if Bayonetta 2 had it because it technically had an item, but this is technically a change, at least from previous Bayos.
Man, I try not to be an elitist or anything like that, but like, if you're playing the game at this level, why are you playing the game?
Well, now it at least means the casual mode isn't just automatic combos now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they say casual modes for story if you want to enjoy the story. Which again, these games aren't long. Well, unless Bayonetta 3 has like massive fucking levels, these games aren't really long. In fact, I remember when I fucking played DMC 5 first night, I beat the entire game in 4 hours.
I beat it in like 10.
You probably did way more exploring than I did. I was just like fucking. Well, because I tried to beat it all in one night, so I just fucking steamrolled through it. Great night. No, I
skip
started
all
at
the
9,
cutscenes?
ended at 4. No. I think it was long. I think it was longer than 4 hours because I was at 9.
Yeah, there's no way that wouldn't be physically possible. You wouldn't be able to finish it in 4 hours and do all the cutscenes.
I think I finished it in 7.
Probably was like 8 or more.
No, because I was done by 4, and I know the game.
I wasn't moving slowly at all.
Well, so the problem is that the game came out at 9 because back then Xbox would release games based off the Eastern Standard Time. So I got it at 9 o'clock because I live on the West Coast, and I stopped playing the game at 4, but I beat the game at that point. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 7 hours roughly. I probably just like, well, you know, I play for efficiency.
It seems Immortal Marionette will be available in the standard to higher difficulties, but if you activate it, it will penalize your results.
No one cares. Unless it says achievement disabled for the higher difficulties, no one's gonna give a single fuck.
Equip it, and you can target foes and dispatch
I'm no
them
one who's
with
going to be
graceful
doing
movement.
real combos is going to want to equip this weapon anyway. It's going to make things more inconsistent.
Look
Equip
at
it,
this.
And you can target foes and dispatch them with graceful moves by simply pressing one button.
Okay, I want to point this out for an honest to God minute. Did that combo look impressive to you?
No.
That honestly
nothing.
looks like a combo that you could do by clicking the Y button and moving the analog stick in like 2 directions.
You can
I'm more
target
impressed
foes
by
and
the
dispatch
quality
them
of life
with
improvements that they
graceful
gave
moves
to their
by
summons.
simply pressing one button.
Because they just turned Demon Masquerade into, like, what if we just gave you Trickster Dash, but the summon?
Oh, wait, hang on. Okay, so it automatically dodges for you too. I mean, that was a good dodge, to be fair.
It's a great option for those who only want a taste of battle and to focus on enjoying the story.
I'll be sure to activate that whenever I need to go and investigate every single thing in the game.
I don't like the way they're advertising it. The way it says like it's for people who want to just get through the fights, just only get to the story. But that's what casual mode's for, man. Dude, he's clicking one button the entire. I don't know whose hand it is, but they're just clicking one button. Well, you know what? I'm glad Nintendo is taking advantage and releasing accessibility options, because I'm sure there are a lot of people who would probably benefit from this, who need accessibility options, genuinely. But I'm just saying, a casual player who plays. I mean, come on, man, come on.
Why do you say that like this is something that Nintendo should be doing as an improvement? They should clearly be working on other things, like
No, because like I know like Xbox has Xbox advertised a big accessibility thing recently, because they actually have like controllers specifically designed for people who can't play games. And
yeah, no, they're ones for people who have handicapped facilities.
So I'm not sure if Nintendo has a lot of handicap options, but like if you can play the game by clicking one button over and over again, I can see a lot of handicapped people getting a lot of mileage out of that one, certainly.
Dude, if anything, I would expect the handicapped players to have like jacked hands because they spend so much time using their upper body.
Bruh. Maybe like we can. Well, I mean, again, you just have to click one button, so I'm sure there'll be like a super easy fucking
They're just
like
over
contraption.
here deadlifting the controller.
Yeah, no. So in that context, I think it's great, but man, I just don't understand these days because like why some games do this. All right, I believe that's it. Yes, the rest is just some casual gameplay.
I'm gonna like that yo-yo.
Okay, now I'm actually a little confused here because is Bayonetta having clothing? And someone in the comment section will probably explain this to me. Is that the censored version or is that the uncensored version? Because I know there is a censorship decision for Bayonetta in this game regarding her summoning mechanic. Oh yeah, it comes with 20. Wow, it drops right.
I would assume so. Bayonetta canonically, whenever she removes her like hair, she is going like a full summon. So I'd assume if she's doing that and you still see her clothing, then like the censorship is probably on. But keep in mind that's probably only available mainly for the marketing and trailer versions, because like whenever Nintendo tries to put something out to retail and they're trying to like profit off of it by giving it like trailers and advertisements, they'll usually censor as much as they can, and then after that point they don't really do anything to censor what happens in the game.
Well, no, because I mean that's true, but I do remember specifically that there is a censorship option where you can just keep Bayonet's clothes on, or I'm just not sure if that was the option.
I don't even think there's an option like that in Bayo 1 or Bayo 2.
Well, no, because I'm not sure about 2 either, but Bayo 3, to be expected. Current climate and everything regarding these situations. Still though, I think that's gonna be the last trailer. I don't think that's the last trailer per se. I think Bayonetta will get a launch trailer, but I think that's the last gameplay trailer we're really gonna get. I mean, they didn't really hold anything back. They told us everything.
Yeah, I'm not gonna check out the launch trailer because I just want to be,
You're gonna be worried.
spoiler.
You're gonna be worried it's gonna be like the fucking DMC5 launch trailer where they
Well,
didn't even fucking hesitate with that one.
The reason they did there, and this is a bit different. So DMC5 had the same problem that Smash Ultimate and Kingdom Hearts 3 had, in that both of their games were leaked at least once in Kingdom Hearts and DMC 5's cases, several times before release because people were so excited for them.
Yes, I remember
Um,
seeing. I believe it was. I think it was a Brazilian video where the final Virgil boss fight was actually fucking shown there. Like they actually uploaded the final Virgil boss fight. So I saw it like I think like 3 to 4 days before the game actually dropped.
I never actually saw any of the leaked stuff. I just kept seeing the trailers and I was like, why the fuck is Capcom basically showing everything in the game? I ever since seeing that I realized I never should have let myself like watch those. I hate the people who leaked that stuff, but I never saw the leaks. I stayed off the internet. So I should have just stayed away from that and all the trailers. And I've told myself that from now on, whenever I see a game that I'm excited for, I'm going to stay off the internet in relation to it immediately. But for Bayo 3, I've noticed nobody has leaked Bayo 3.
No one fucking
Nobody
cares.
is like no one has been like, yeah, they're just like, man, we're really like I think even God of War Ragnarok had like leaks or at least faked leaks or something like that came out. Bayo 3
I'm
is
gonna
like
tell you
we're
the honest.
3 months away and just crickets.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Who the fuck cared enough to leak it? What do you leak that would actually get people hyped?
I think it's kind of the fact that like
Baller comes back a third time. You're absolutely right.
people were kind of expecting it in like 2018 or 2019 and then it just shows up like 3 years after the fact and they're like, oh,
Well, I mean, like, so, I mean, yeah, but I just don't even think this is a game you can really, like, the only people who care are Bayonetta fans. You're not going to get, like, your casual person involved. Because let's be clear here. Any chance of a casual coming into this game is kind of dead when Nintendo decided to make this an exclusive for the fucking Switch.
yeah, I was gonna say most of the DMC fans would be more than happy, especially after 5. The DMC community has definitely grown significantly. They'd be more than happy to reach across the aisle and play it. The problem is the aisle is exclusive to a fucking platform because of Nintendo's wonderful exclusivity decisions.
Man, and because Bayonetta 2's never even fucking dropped outside of the fucking Nintendo consoles, there's no way this game's dropped. Unless Nintendo decides, like, fucking a year from now, just full sale release all three on different consoles. This is,
I mean, if they even release 2 on all those on all consoles, that would be a miracle. They're never gonna do that.
Man,
Nintendo.
I just don't get it. I mean, I guess I should be thankful they leave Bayonetta 1 on the consoles.
Well, they don't have the right to Bayonetta 1. It's not their property. It belongs to Sega.
Is that how that works? Because they own the IP now. Like, by default, they do own it.
Really, because they didn't create Bayonetta 1. They didn't put a cent down towards that project. Platinum Games and Sega did. So if Sega wants to remaster it or do anything with the project, they don't really have a right to it.
I mean, like, obviously, we'd have to check the legal terms of the, like, acquisition, but, well, I mean, technically, it's still Sega's game. It's just published by Nintendo, as it says right there. Copy right there at the bottom. If you see right next to Nintendo, Sega published by Nintendo.
Yes. Like I said, the only reason Bayonetta 2 was even published by Nintendo was because Sega was kind of like having some weird financial circumstances with their arcades. Something like that. Someone else had to step in and fill the void.
Maybe well the Bayo one even sell well enough for I mean I guess it sold well enough for a sequel, but
It did sell enough well for a sequel. The problem was just like Sega was having some financial trouble at the time.
yeah. So I think all that's left now is either a release trailer or a story trailer, and then Bayonetta 3 drops. I am going to be on the lookout for leaks just to see if the story gets leaked beforehand, just to see what happens. But it's
I'm
like
not.
it's coming out in like what fucking 20 days roughly. Yeah, it's coming out. It's dropping on a Friday. Good release day.
Sweet. Which Friday?
The 28th. It's a Friday. Last Friday of October, it's dropping.
Fuck. Of course, it's dropping on a Friday that, like, I'm not going to be at my house. What kind of stupid nonsense?
Going to a party somewhere or something? Yeah, not
I'll
party for
just
video.
go over to my dad's.
If only the Switch were a portable console.
Hey, shut your mouth.
No, but anyway, yeah. So that's
everything.
Well,
I think that's everything.
yeah. So that's the gameplay for Bayonetta 3. Our commentary on it, our thoughts on it. Bayonetta 3 is definitely shaping up to be The best hack and slash of the year.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not expecting competition from God of War Ragnarok.
Fucking you.
But then again, no one ever was.
Damn. Yeah, no, so Bayonetta's taking the hack and slash. Actually, wait, did Nier Replicant drop this year, or was that last year?
Wouldn't matter. It's not competing with this.
The
only thing that
nah,
competes
bro.
with Bayonetta is DMC.
Nah,
Let's be clear.
nah, bro. That's when you get Ninja Gaiden 4 dropping out of nowhere. No, but yeah,
Ninja
so
Gaiden and what combos?
you take that back, you whore. Anyways, yeah, no. So it looks like Bayonetta's taking hack and slash of the year. I mean, I'm just gonna say this right now. Unless Ragnarok fucking drops hard, no game's winning. Oh, Elden Ring dropped this year. Oh, was Elden Ring for Game of the Year, Game Awards last year or no?
That's it, ladies and gentlemen, because this is a Bayo gameplay trailer, not our thoughts on
be
who
quiet.
wins
We're
Game
not
of the
gonna
Year
get a lot
awards.
of Bayo fans in this. All right, fine, whatever. Well, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for your time as always. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys on next stream or video. Take care, everybody.